Hi guys, welcome back on my channel. Dorota Palicka, international nail artist and educator here, and today I have prepared a little bit more advanced video for you. Have a wee preview of that in here. Fantastic for a Halloween, those devil Minnie Mouse, and I hope you really enjoy watching this tutorial. Also, please let me know in the comments below under this video if you're happy to see more of those advanced tutorials. I'm really looking forward to reading that for you, and if you're happy, I will be happy to produce more videos of those sorts for you as well. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much guys for all your continuing supports, likes, comments and shares. I really appreciate it. And if you're new in here, hit the subscribe button, as there is lots of tutorials coming up every Monday, Wednesdays and Saturday. Let's start! We are going to paint a little bit more complicated design, so that's some Halloween Minnie Mouse, and I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial. We are going to start painting with some black triangle. This is always the easiest point to start our painting with for the Minnie Mouse. And that color it in. Okay, once we have created that, we can start painting the shape. And same on the other side. Okay, we've got the shape done. She also got some cheeks. I don't want to do the lines strong, like very fine and very watery, so I've got some top coat in my brush, just so I can have some room for improvement later on. And a wee chin. The chin is going to be covered with the arm, so that's the outline of our Minnie Mouse. The hardest part, to be honest, is just finding those placement of the things. Once we've got those placement of the things, life is much easier. So we are going to swap for the watercolor brush now and start coloring the bigger parts. Okay, I'm just cleaning it off, and the bigger parts is the body and arm. So we've got one arm which is covering our face. Okay, so that's the first arm. And this arm is gonna hold the folk, the devil folk. And then we've got some neck and the back. So I'm just coloring in the back. Give it some empty spaces there in between that, so we can see what we are going to do it later on as well. And then we have to also paint the second arm, which is kind of behind it. straight away I can add a little thickness to the face, and then the thickness on the other side. So I'm kind of outlining the composition first, because then it will be easier for me to decide on proportions. I find it is always like the easiest way for me to paint it that way. Then I have cleaned my brush and we are going to swap for the red. So pick up the red. And then we are going to start painting the dress. So just grab some red and paint that in. We need a nice and decent curve in here. So like curve her body. And then we've got some room for a bum. Okay, straight away I'm going to kind of do the curvature of the bum, so clean that up. I quite like to, you know, do it with the colors placement, so this way I can easily indicate where the things are. Okay, so this is a bum cheek here. And then the leg, so I'm just adding a drop of the black into my red, because the leg, I want the color to be slightly different because there are some tights on it. And it's going to be somewhere here. So clean my brush, and now once I have painted quite a lot already, I know that I can easily thick up my hand. And it can go lower. I can grab some red and start indicating the place where the glove is going to be. Only indicating because we have to cure it first, the first part. Then with the thin brush, I'm going to paint those folk. So it's coming up all the way down here. And there. First triangle here. And then like a U letter. Okay, another triangle there. Oh gosh, my hands. So shaky today. Okay, I can thicken it up. that strangle went too high, so UV cleanser and just wipe it off. Color the one on the top. And then indicate where the boobs are going to be. Give her a decent size. Okay, we also have to put some ribbon on her head. I'm going to swap to the watercolor brush. It's just faster. And then the ribbon. Other side. And on the top I want a little bit more. There we are. And it's a time when I have to cure it, because otherwise it will be too... I could do a tiny bit more on the hand. So this is the other hand. And it just goes behind. Okay, I can give it a flash cure, just so we can freeze the things and move on into the next step. In the meantime, we are going to paint the design on this hand. So I will be using some red and a black, but actually to make my life easier, I will do some gel polishes. So I've got some black. And then I need some red. And some nice red. No, 164 I'm searching for. No, not 100. 174 I'm searching for. Got it. No, okay, we will use 162. No, that's not the one. And black and red is always very difficult to blend it. Ideally, I should do it with the acrylic, clear acrylic paint will be much easier. I will just blend it with the watercolor brush. So keep blending. Really difficult ombre to do it in those two colors. So I have just added those black into my red, and I keep mixing it. Actually, almost impossible to do it with the brush. Yeah, it doesn't look nice. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you what I will do it in order to get it right. So the best way, sponges, yeah, but with the sponges is going to, this is the most tricky. This is the most tricky ombre. I do have a brushes, but no, ombre with the sponges. This is a colors which are not going to be easy to blend. So, sorry, I need to get into the camera and I need some sponge. There we are. Scissors. I'm like clashed in here. Okay, cut the sponge. Take a form. Sorry guys, I wasn't expect, like I don't have everything to hand because I really wanted to do it like quicker way, but we have no choice. We have to do it the sponge way. Ah, this is also something new you will learn. So take a sponge and just start blending it in with the sponge. You will get a much nicer blend, but as you can see it, the sponge is really absorbing the product. But at least we are going to have a nice and clean blend. And then once we have absorbed the product, I'm going to use some clear acrylic powder. And sprinkle over it. It's just I wouldn't be happy with the other blending, so...
Lots of questions usually why you do that.
Otherwise you will have to do, if I wouldn't sprinkle with acrylic, you will have to do like 20 layers to be able to achieve this with the gel polish. So this is...
Because of the acrylic powder is better absorb the paints and
gel,
stay
yeah.
gel,
yeah.
And stay more.
Yes, yes. But normally what I would do, I would get my sponge to drink a little bit of product, just so it leaves even more. There was also a questions on the texture. So guys, texture-wise, once you put the top coat, the texture is gone. Believe me, I will show you how this ombre will look at the end.
So it wouldn't be rough?
Yeah, it wouldn't be rough. It wouldn't be rough. But also make sure you remove the fluffy bits on the back of the form. Anyway, let's leave the ombre so it's cooking. We will come back to it, and let's do another part on this one before I cure my brushes. Next part. So next part is going to be those ears. Okay, and because we have painted the bow, it's much easier now to place them. So I want some of the ear to be visible here. And because they are just kind of flat, I'm just going to finish them off. So like I'm not going to come back to them. Okay, so the first ear is finished. And then let's do the other one. I don't know why I keep twisting this tip. It's just easier for me, I think. So the next ear is going to be here. And then color that in. I can also add a little bit more color into the head. And then another layers to the hand. Okay, I cannot paint the face yet because I have added those fresh colors. So what I will do is take a top coat and just concentrate on her bun. So top coat, drop of the black. Put a bit of shadow under the hand. Stronger shadow on the leg. Go back to the red. And start coloring it in. Make it nice rounded shape. Okay, give it a cure. So when the Minnie Mouse is curing, let's go back to the ombre. I quite like to use the tweezers so I don't touch the gel polishes with the hands. So first of all, I need to remove the excess of the acrylic powder. Paint those black. And then blend it in. So I'm hoping to get it done in 3 layers. And what I'm doing now, I'm going up and down, up and down, up and down. And you can see it, how improved coverage we've got now. And this is a really nice ombre. Again, sprinkle. Had some fluff. Okay, now we are going to start painting her face. So for the face, I do really like the color number 217. That's a Flower Garden. That's a nice nude. But also I want this nude to have some pink in there. No, yellow in there, so it's not too pinky. And that's Edgy Yellow 233. Mix these colors in. So you can see it's just not as pink. Perfect, and now just start coloring those face. Clean my brush because it did have some black in it. It's going to be actually quite long tutorial, but I hope guys you're enjoying it. Okay, and now I know I need to add more in here. So we've got her face. Before I'm going to cure it, just so the next step is easier, I will gently indicate where the nose curve is, just so I know where to place the eyes. And then leave this one, go back to the bum, take a D-liner brush, add those black lines. Tidy up the back. So I wanted it nice and sharp now. Okay, the back is sharp. The hand is sharp. The place where the leg and the thighs is nicely separated. I can color the tights. And add a drop of this black in there. Some black in a top coat. Top coat, where are you? I want those shadows to be bigger. Some shadow as well. Clean my brush. And then we are going to add a tiny bit more because we will need to build up those gloves. So it has like a wee triangles. So triangle there, and triangle in the middle. So you can start it building it up. Black, because this cannot run in the air. So add some shadow, like she's holding it, and then give her a cure. We are actually not as far away from being done. I'm quite happy how the black is pigmented, to be honest. So I'm just adding the red, and I'm going to keep the black which I've got on my sponge. No more acrylic powder. And then blend that out. And that's a nice blending. So let's cure it, and then this tip is gonna be finished. Now the most important part, just so she kind of start looking nice, we can finish the bowl later on, is the eyes. So I'm going to grab some D-liner brush, clean it nice, like get your brush to behave, and then black. Roll it nice, like really fill your brush for this one. And then the first eye is going to be here. And the second eye is going to be there. Okay, indicate the place where the nose is gonna be. Cameraman, don't breathe. Like when working with so strong detail, you really have to hold your breath. Escalate it. Okay, so that's the extremely thin line. And I'm going to also paint the nose as well. So the black dot. And the nose is just in there. Don't breathe, cameraman. That's an ugly nose now. Okay, we have to keep it ugly nose. Anyway, the mouth. They are going to be here. Touch up the hand, because now I know where it is going to be. So it's higher up. She's kind of covering a little bit of her face with the arm. And just so the arm doesn't fly, give her some kind of decent size in there. Those kind of designs are really time consuming, guys. Okay, cool. A little shadow to the bow, since I had some black on my brush. So a bit shadow there. A bit shadow here. And a one line. One line there. It looks like I'm going to have maybe a glass of wine. Okay, this ombre is finished, so I'm going to apply the top coat. So top coat over it, and you can see it how much smoother it looks. Okay. Except the fact that there is some glitter in my top coat. If you get like a wee sticking out fluffy bit which you don't like, just scrape it away. And then cook it, and I can move on into the next step to finish off this design. Now let's come back to Minnie. Minnie, what else do you need? Minnie needs some ice. To her wine. Okay, clean my brush really well and dip it in the white. I'm so messy with my mixing palette. So I'm actually needing an extra space. This is the back of the form which we have just used. Okay, let's paint those white stuff inside the eye. Okay, same on the other one. Straight away, because I'm using white, I'm going to do a very small dot on her nose. Like a dot or a line. Some light in there. Top coat. And a drop of the red. And a top coat. And we've got like a very see-through pinkish color. Let's give her some curvature there. Okay, so you have to follow the curve. You have to work with the curve. More top coat. And the see-through. That's better. So when your brush is getting kind of dry, just put a tiny bit more top coat in there. A bit of curve in here on that side too. A little curve in here. I'm just adding a little bit red into some places to blend that out. That's nice. I'm happy with the curvature there. Do the same using the black, because we need to show the curvatures on the back as well. And we need to show the separation of the hand and the back. So I'm just using some red and white, and I'm just showing the curve of the hand. Just so it's nicely separated. Okay, cook it. Okay, and next one. Eyeshadow. So red, and then paint the eyeshadow. Eyeshadow on the other eye. Some black. Just to make the things prettier. D-liner brush. We are actually almost done with her. Nice shape. And I know I'm missing a drop more on her cheek, so I just need to fill up this gap, just so it has the proportion. Make the lips stronger. She's got a wee cheeky smile. And then we can do the eyebrows. I just make it a little bit more angrier. Oh gosh, what's happening to my brush? Okay, we need to cook it so we can add the next detail. And then let's add the black. Black on the other eye. She starts looking better once we do the eyes. Eyelashes. So with the eyelashes, I'm always starting where the pupils are, because I can drag this product in there and then just drag it. Clean the brush, drag it, clean the brush, drag it. Okay, we've got 3 eyelashes. Same on the other one. Drag it. 1, 2, 3. So I have dragged the product which I had on my black dots. Pupils. Pupils. Eyelids. Eyelids. And I color straight away those missing part of the face. And this part of the face is going to be darker. So I've got some black on my brush as well, which I have added in there. And you can see it, I've got like a dirty color there. Okay. So here is a dirty shade, like a shadow. Don't want to overdo it with the shadowing. I'm also going to add some red to it so it's not as dirty. Actually, Olivia teach me this, as she says we should use like a brown rather than black for shadows, because black make it look very dirty. And she's right, like I can see the difference if I'm following her technique. And you can also see it in this video now as well. So that's black, and that was just a drop of red with black, which was a brown color then. Clever girl, eh? So shadow in there. That's hardly visible, like kind of things, but I think it does make a big difference. Do the detail on the bow, because we have not finished the bow. I left it at the end, I think, because it is kind of very easy to do it. So the Tyler brush. No, that's D-liner. Thank you, cameraman. See, what I'm doing is I'm kind of filling up the empty gaps which I had in between the ears and bow to kind of give it a better shape to it. And more definition. Clean my brush so it's nice and thin. Okay, things looks much cleaner now. Oh, hand. Yeah, we still got some work on to do on the hand. A drop of the red and drop of the red, so it looks like she's holding it like this. Then add some definition. Like so you can separate the hand from the black. Just on the one side. Okay, so this way I have given some shadow. Clean the brush. Dip in white and red, because otherwise it will be too strong. So white and red. And do like a wee line. Yeah, I think that's she's done. Do you think, cameraman, or we should add something else? No, it's not too bad. We can leave her. Yeah, it's enough detail. It's enough detail. Let's kick her and let's do this tip. Now we have no white top gel on this one. Now, in order to be able to do that, I cannot use the gel polishes, so I need to go back and use those paints. Okay, the paints are going to be okay bit out of top coat, and we will paint it red on top. This is kind of double ombre idea. You could use the striping tape on the side to make your life easier. I'm just going to freehand it. Okay, and then once we've got this part done, we can move on into black. So black. Clean the brush and pure black. Like I wanted to make sure it's black, black. Okay, so I'm fading some ombre in there, but at the same time I want to keep the shape. It's definitely much easier if you don't have to watch on two things, because one is ombre and the second one is the shape of it. So I'm just going to fix the shape now. D-liner brush, because it's much thinner and more precise. One side, other side. But I have done it many of those designs. They're much easier with the striping tape. You just put one striping tape on one side, striping tape on the other side, and then you just paint ombre. Okay, that's me happy. With the red. And with the black. She says she's happy and she plays. That's me happy. Leave it alone, Dorota, leave it alone. Sprinkle with the sugar glitter. And the reason why we can do it is we got the High Shine No Wipe Top Gel underneath. So the glitter is gonna stick only to the fresh paint. Remove the excess, and we have to cook it before I can show you the full design. It's actually a cool design. Like I need to do tutorial with the striping tape. There is one tutorial on the channel with the striping tape, which you can see it, but that's like, I think it's 3 years old. Scary. Now I've got dilemma. Should we leave it white or should we do blue? I think I want to leave it white, this one. White, isn't it? Yeah, we've got one blue, one white. So I'm not going to add anything else on that Minnie Mouse. Now we are going to place the top coat over it. Imagine. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a top coat. And when we put the top coat, things looks much prettier always. Like much smoother and nicer. Guys, if you have enjoyed her, hit the share button, pretty please, as I will really appreciate it. Yeah, Karen, she's nice. She's a happy one. I will show you what else you could do it. So what you could do it as some complimentary tips, because I don't want this tutorial to last too many hours. You could do a double ombre and clean up a love heart shape. This is actually a triple ombre. You could do some striping, double ombre, and you could clean it up as well in those kind of shape. You could do the twist, but in red and black. I've got the other ones in there. Or you could do the ones I have suggested. So that's the ones I have suggested, is to do the ombre like this. But with the striping tape, you get a really nice and sharp. I quite like it, those combination. Or you could just do plain ombre and put some crystals in there as well. So as many ideas you've got, you could basically do it. I'm going to maybe take this one away and put, so that will be, say, middle finger. No, that will be the index finger or ring finger. No, this will need to be ring finger. So that will be index, ring finger. Next one I will do just the same. And then, I don't know, the pinky could be like this, or just the same as well. You could really have so many ideas. I'm not going to, but I show you this one actually. It looks cool as well. So whichever option you choose, you could easily do it. I'm not sure which I will pick up for a thumbnail picture, but I will. No, I love these ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I'm going to do it, more of them with the striping tape, because it looks cool. Oh, I should put some glitter on her bow or on the outfit. We should do that. And definitely white background is better than the blue. So I'm happy. Yeah, you can see the difference.
There's too many colors now.
Too many colors, yeah, totally. I prefer this one. We could do maybe an reddish blackish, like kind of ombre, but that would be too heavy. So white, definitely go for white background. Anyway, guys, I'm sending you glittery hacks, and bye for now.